Sunday Meditation, January 4th, 1981. LL Research, channeling Laitos and Latwii. L. Channeling. My brothers and sisters, it is a great pleasure for all of us to greet and be with so many of you. Often we find that there are but few who would contact us. Often we feel that our task is a difficult one and that our labors seem to go so often unrewarded and are even met with rejection. Therefore, perhaps you can understand the deep pleasure and satisfaction that we feel in receiving communication from so large a group. At this time, we would like to transfer the contact to another channel. I am Laitos. B. Channeling. I am Laitos. I am now with this instrument. As always, it is a pleasure, as I would say. Often, my friends, it seems our efforts go unrewarded. But, my friends, when we see a group of people of this size dwelling into truth, it truly strengthens us. Now, my friends, for some of you who have not been here before, may I ask, why exactly are we here? Partial answers to that question being, by offering ourselves as a spiritual channel through which we are hoping to spread the knowledge of love and its energy to those of you who are truly searching, my friends. But essentially, we are speaking of the spiritual growth of each one of you in this room. Now, at a later time, you will find through your explorations many chances to help others with questions, such as we help you. My friends, as with ourselves, we in return gain a more spiritual understanding through the helping of others, that then another in the long line of the universal laws. We are also here, my friends, to spread the understanding of meditation through which you will find it easier to grow. I will now transfer this contact to another instrument. I am Laitos. Jim, channeling. I am Laitos, and am with this instrument, and we greet you all once again. As we were saying, our purpose for being among your peoples at this time has to do with providing a wider understanding of the concept of love to your people. We have only limited means for being of this type of service, for we respect each individual's rights, each individual's free will choices, and many would not wish to hear the message which we bring or experience the means by which we communicate it. Therefore, though we wish to be of the most possible service, we are especially grateful to be asked to join the vibrations of groups such as this, so that our means of sharing the Creator's love might be experienced by your people, and so that we might learn more ways to express the infinite love and understanding of the One who made us all. For are we not all children within that kingdom of creation? Some have wandered from the flock, so to speak. Some have chosen, as is the right of each, to turn their backs upon the Creator for a while, so that individual expression in some area might be experienced. Each creation, each entity within the universe, makes a journey throughout their existence. This journey is a path of learning. Much may be learned in many fields. Much may be experienced at many times. The possibilities are infinite. Our purpose at this time is to offer the understanding that is the foundation of all learning, the learning eventually by each within the creation that each is the Creator, that each has within the divine spark of the One who made us all. We seek to share our simple understanding of this basic fact with those of your people who wish to learn more of the secrets of their own existence. We would transfer this contact at this time. I am Laitos. Carla, channeling. I am Laitos. My brother Latwii is very impatient. We have asked her to wait while we work with this group a little while longer. We wish you to understand the utter simplicity in which we come. We do not have a complex story to tell. We speak one word, and that is love. The original thought that created all that there is love. This simple and consuming fire is the fire of creation, is the fire of change, of transformation, and of infinity. There is no end to love. You may think of love in many ways. There are many words for love in many languages, and many different words have been used by your peoples to attempt to express the plenitude of the original thought. For love is all that there is. Thus, we are not only your brothers and sisters. We and you are one, for we are love. Look into the face of the one next to you, my friends. You are seeing love. Perhaps the mirror has been distorted. Perhaps sometimes the face next to yours does not know that it is a face of love, but there is no consciousness that is not love. There is a consciousness that touches each of you. One word for it is Christ consciousness. Another word is love. You may feel it personally as the touch of a loved one, hand on your shoulder, close, near, never away. You cannot flee from love. You cannot be separated from love, for you are love. Love is closer to you than your body. Each breath is farther from your being than is love. This is what we come to share. For we of the Confederation, of those in service to the infinite Creator, have one desire: to serve you by offering you the only information that is worthwhile. We will answer any question that you may have, but the simple truth is that all questions dissolve into a dying fall as they reach the ocean of infinite and all-encompassing love. I would at this time pause and move among you. If you wish to feel our presence, please request it mentally, and we will work with each of you. After a pause, my impatient sister will be glad to answer your questions. I am Laitos. Carla, channeling. I am Latwii. I am very glad to be with you. We are stepping our energy down as usual. We keep forgetting about this instrument. Please be patient. That is better. It is a great privilege to be able to speak with each of you, and we were not, in truth, so impatient, because we were enjoying our brother, Laitos. Also, because we feel that men's lib is important, we should add that there is a woman and a man here, and we are working together so that he should not be talking about sisters without mentioning brothers. We of Latwii greet you in the love and the light of the infinite Creator. It is a wonderful thing to be able to share this meditation with you, and to let each of you feel a bit of the light that we dwell in. We very much enjoy our vibration also. we come to offer ourselves in case you may have a question or two. Does anyone have a question at this time? There are two in the room who would like to ask questions, but they are somewhat shy. We would urge them to voice their questions or perhaps frame them more carefully mentally, as we will be answering all night if we attempt to answer the general questions that are in your minds at this time. It would aid the group in general if you could voice them aloud. We would greatly appreciate it. Otherwise, we will have to take a flyer in general and hope to hit the main points. Do you wish, my brothers, to ask a specific question at this time? C. I have a question. I'm curious about what it's like where you live, your relation to your environment. The people of the planet Earth have abused the Earth a lot, and a lot of us are concerned. Don't abuse it and try to love the Earth, and just wonder what, if your planet, if you have to deal at all with abuse of your environment. Latwii. I understand, my sister. Because we are answering you, we give you a different answer than others of the Confederation. Please understand that some of our members come from very different vibrations. Our situation is, however, as follows. We are our environment. We are a sun body as a community. The body of the sun being the male population of our sphere, the beams being what some call photon energy and what others call angelic energy. Thus, we live in a light vibration and form our environment, which, in your terms, is a very simple one, since our entire society radiates in light and our, shall we say, families are products of the polarity between the compactness of the light body and the great receptivity and expansiveness of what you would perhaps call a sunbeam. Thus, we perpetuate ourselves in a manner not understood by your scientists, and this is true of many of your sun bodies. Although we are not in your density, in our density, what is perceived as heat in your density does not exist. Unfortunately, beings such as yourself, who have come to realize the oneness of being which they share with their planetary sphere, you are in a vibration in which you are encased in a heavy chemical vehicle. You cannot hear the flowers and the trees speak, nor understand the song of the wind. And it is not apparent to many of your peoples that each part of the creation of the Father that exists upon your planet dwells in service. Thus, as you attempt to be of service to the planetary sphere that aided you in living, it is difficult for you to see with calmness and peace the great abuse of others. However, my sister, that's the third density for you. That's, unfortunately, the way it is. People will, because of a lack of ability to feel the connections between their body and their minds and the earth, their minds and the minds of each other, and so forth, you will see abuses going on of all types. People abusing their own body by feeding them improperly. People abusing the earth by using it improperly. People abusing each other by failing to see clearly the face of love in each entity. So be it, my sister, that you yourself do what you can, feel what you can, love as best you can, is a great deal in the third density. To do this is to exceed understanding and move into the area of love. To do this is an exercise in what you may call faith, for in an environment where not everyone lives in this wise, this becomes a matter of choice. Thus, you have your choice. You have your understanding. You have your lesson. And the rest of the world must have its also. To deal with your own is truly your service. May we answer you further, my sister? C. No, I don't think so. Thank you. Latwii. We thank you. Is there another question at this time? K. Do you have information about the coming conjunction of the planets in our solar system and ways that we... Inaudible. Or be wise to perhaps steel ourselves? Latwii. I am Latwii, and I am sending this instrument probabilities, for you must understand that the only area of which we can be certain is the area of the immediate nowness. The consciousness of each of you upon the planet determines the future. Thus, we cannot give you certainty. However, the Jupiter effect, as it has been called by your scientists, promises to be somewhat of a strain for your Earth's crust. What is unclear to us is the state of your planet prior to this, for, as has been the case all too often in the past few months, it is not clear to us whether or not your peoples are attempting to alter certain configurations of your planet due to nuclear war. The Jupiter effect has nothing on nuclear war. Thus, we are, as always, asking each of you to remember in your meditation the cause of peace, and to offer up your own visualization of a world at peace. The danger, you understand, does not seem to be immediate. However, there are several probabilities that do not look particularly good. As to the 1982 probabilities of Earth changes, and your wisdom in, as you say, steeling yourself for them, we may say that whatever you feel to do is correct for you, or, as this instrument would say, choose your poison. It is very noteworthy and praiseworthy for those of you who have the feelings to do so to prepare for difficulty having to do with the transportation of food and other of your merchant services by forming self-sufficient households and communities. This will be helpful to you, not only during this time, but into the future for some time, for this area does not look to be an early victim of Earth changes. However, it will not last forever, and you may simply look to your conscience and your heart, for you will be guided to do what you feel is best. Some will not feel the need to make preparation to survive, and will instead find their survival due to the law which states that no shepherd shall be without his staff. It is those who follow the kingdom who then have all else added unto them. We would like to encourage you, therefore, not to do one thing or the other, to homestead or not to homestead, but instead listen to your heart and seek the wisdom of the Spirit in meditation. The answers for you have been programmed from your, shall we say, higher self, and you have access to the information about your decisions as they occur, as it is needed, if you but have the patience to seek the Creator, to tabernacle with His presence on a regular basis. Each has free will, and you, my brother, are free. Thus, we can only say to you it is quite feasible to prepare for Earth changes and sensible, and is a certainly suitable and appropriate action if it is what your heart tells you to do. Wherever you are, you will have the opportunity to be of service, and we know that you will find that a blessing. May we answer you further, my brother? K. No, thank you. Latwii. we thank you also. Is there another question at this time? I am Latwii. We will speak for a short time, winging it, as it were, and attempting to touch on the basis of an unspoken question which is within this group. When we attempt to speak of who we are, it is a confusing thing, for we are in fact a vibration communicating through the mind of this instrument. We are, in your density, quite insubstantial. To attempt to give you our origin is very impractical, and would be an occasion for general hilarity among this group due to this instrument's total lack of geographical sense. We do not lay any emphasis upon who we are, but ask you only to consider us as messengers bringing certain information for your consideration and discrimination, urging you always to use your powers of discrimination to take that which we say which may be of use, and to toss away the rest without a second thought. We are not infallible. We are your brothers and sisters. We see a bit further than you do. We are somewhat more displaced from, as this instrument would say, some of the more difficult games that your peoples are involved in. We are not bound by so many restrictions, but we are brothers and sisters because we share consciousness, and that, my friends, is a gift of the one who is all. We as a confederation have been with you for many thousands of your years. We have attempted to serve you, protect you, and nurture you. There are special reasons for our being here at this time, which the questioner already knows, but our relationship to all that our brother has learned is very simple. We are not... Well, unfortunately, the tape recording this session ended here, thus ending our transcript.
Go forth then, rejoicing in the power and the peace of the